have two more poets, and then we will break for an intermission. So that's the game plan. The next poet up, his name is David Bjelland.
Oh my God, you said it right.
Oh my God, that's because I asked. I just know pronunciation in every language.
Hi, as he said, I'm David Bjelland. That's how you pronounce it. Yeah. This is an old favorite. It's for an old friend. On nights like this, I can tell from the drunken wolf howls and echoing heel clicks that this is a night to never forget you couldn't remember. We left a mercenary band trailing the faint scent of 808s rattling ghetto blasters from blocks away, and even before we arrive, I know they're playing your song. Even if they're not playing Tooted and Booted or Teach Me How to Dougie, they are playing your song, and as we arrive, I'm happy for you. You've been preparing for this. Preparing for slurred body talk bombast, we take shots of trip hop and hip hop to get the blood flow fist pumping and the brainwave stopped, except unlike Jose Cuervo, this shit doesn't get old no matter how many bad nights you've had. Now we're warping our limbs into exclamation points until it's 2 a.m. and the DJ's done. The air is heavy with cheap beer and stale cigarette smoke. The houses we grew up in, the rooms with the crackling ham radios we flock to like children to airplane window seats, they are just out of reach. So, what do you go home to? See, I ask what music you go home to, because what we've always understood is that it's not a mirror, it's not the gatekeepers around our hearts. Music is a tool, it's a vehicle, and that dizzy inner city swoon looks so new, so distant from where we stand, stargazing on the roofs of our two familiar bedrooms. We know there is only one way out. So, we strap subwoofers to our backs, light up the bass like jet fuel. We're using speakers for jetpacks. Get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. They will yell from below. Come back to me, my precious satellite. Maybe if I could carve my face into a mixtape, I could be a moment in your decayed orbit. Maybe it could compensate for all the reminders, little sparks you left behind, like the chain you used to wear around your neck. And I never even knew you to be much of a Christian, but opposite your initials, hanging against your heart, was carved Phil 413. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through him who gives me strength, who gives me liftoff. When we sift through the ashes of our nights off and crash mind hubbles, minds made up to kick lofty habits, it's the music you keep telling me. Don't listen to the swagger or the persona. It's the music that brought us here. It's the music that brings us back. I hear your hometown is beautiful, but they never even gave us a choice of what to run from. Our parents launched us straight up into the sky from generation cannons to teach us how to fall gracefully. Imagine their surprise when we grew wings instead of parachutes. What you've always known is that music is not a tool. It's not cheap daydreams. It's not cheap daydreams. It's the place we put our heart for safekeeping. To which you replied, fuck that, locked all 4 chambers in your chest ammo, and fired into the sky like a farewell to outstretched arms goodbye. Goodbye, moon sailor, goodbye, sky vagrant. Don't listen to the maps and the music calling you back. Home is where your chest is, and you're here. Goodbye.